everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you are all well. I am not very well. I am on the road to recovery. I've had a cold for the past week. I am getting better, but it's taking it a little bit of time. But I really wanted to come in and do the third part of this video. So we are going to be colouring this row of cakes today, and I have a reference picture because I want to do this orange and lemon, and this is the reference picture, so quite bright. I also have this one, but I think that's very similar to kind of the colours I've already used. So I was going to go more for orange and lemons and probably some peaches. There is some hearts here, so I might do them pink, and there's this here which I might, and this here, so I might do them like red currants. That's a raspberry, this is an orange and a lemon. So let's get into it. So I think I'll just zoom you in. It's going to be a little bit more tricky because we're a little bit further that way. So I think I'm going to start off with sunflower yellow. So it's much more yellowy than I've done for these cakes, and I'm going to blend some orange into that as well. Yeah, so I started off not feeling very well. You can hear it in my voice. Last Tuesday, I think it was. Just feeling really exhausted, and then I just had a lot of headaches, and just like the cold just being non-accessible. And then suddenly on Saturday, the cold just suddenly started coming out. And the headaches are still very much here, which is very annoying. So I've just done I say a light yellow layer, but it was actually quite a heavy layer. Sunflower yellow. Then I want pumpkin orange. Oh no, this is just orange. So I'm using Arteza Exper. If you haven't watched my other videos, that's what we've been using. They work really creamily and buttery on this, and you generally only need to do a couple of layers for that blending to happen beautifully. So I'm probably going to do quite colourful sponges, and then quite delicate icing is what my feeling is, but that may change. It depends. We're going to see how we go, I think. I'm just going to make that a bit more orangey underneath there. So yeah, so I'm feeling much better. My brain's still quite fuzzy, but I'm much better than I was. Still on the paracetamol today though. So yeah, I have gone back to work today too. Took a couple of days off last week. So that's the orange. Now I'm going to just go back over with the sunflower yellow just to make sure that's all blended nicely together. So I hope you're all well. There just seems to be a lot. I'm still not got rid of my brain is like flitting from one thing to the next. So let's finish that sentence. So there seems to be a lot of stuff going around at the moment. My husband started with what I had a couple of days after I did. So it was a question of who's the sickest, who's going to do the school run. So yeah, so that was a little bit interesting last week. He seems to be much better, and he hasn't really had a cold. He's just more had headaches, which is really weird. But then if we think it may be COVID, he has had more jabs than me, so his immune system could be much better equipped with fighting it off, whereas mine has just gone. But I did read that if you are using hydrocortisone cream, as I have been for my rash, which incidentally has still not cleared up, then it can lower your immune system. Right, so I've got out apricot from the Brutfuner Macarons, which is a really nice, it's very similar to kind of like marmalade orange in the Arteza Exper, except the apricot's got more of a yellowy tint. So we're going to use that, and I think I'm going to use that here. So yeah, been struggling a little bit, and I hate letting work down. Not being able to function properly. I've done the best I can. I did log into work on Friday and do stuff that had deadlines for that day. But I haven't done. I've done a little bit today. But just my head just really has been so painful. So yeah, I've done the best I can, I think, given the situation. Right, and I'm gonna just blend some yellow. I was thinking I might blend like a chartreuse green. Looks like I haven't even used this before. So that's like quite a nice citrusy tone. So this is chartreuse green from the Brutfuner Macarons. So saying I was going to go all delicate on the top, not really happened. And then I think I might use that lovely Naples yellow that we used last week as well. And it feels as though it might need a bit more of an orange, just in some of the icing. Then we're going to use the orange again, and it's just going to be in these like drippy bits here and in some of the corners, I think. What's lovely about the Arteza is they blend really lovely with the Brutfuner Macarons. They really, really nicely. So I'm just doing it in the kind of arches of these icing. And I don't want it to completely overpower. And I am probably going to be getting rid of the black lines. Then I'm just going to go back in with the apricot and blend that out so it's not, deepens up the colour, blends it out. There we go. But it just gives it that little bit of extra depth. I actually quite like that chartreuse green with the apricot, that's quite nice. I'm going to go back in with the chartreuse green as well. Make that a bit brighter. There you go, and then I'll probably, in these little circles on the cake, I don't know if you can see them, the little circles here, I'll probably put some gold. Okay, so that's that one. Then I think we're going to do something similar here, because this is all going to be similar colour palettes. I think I might go in with the chartreuse green this time. And see if I can blend them half and half or something. That's going to go at the bottom. We'll use the apricot there. And then we're going to blend that way. This is quite fun, creating like different colour combos. Cakes. I think that's why I enjoy it so much, because with a cake you can practically do anything you want, which is such a joy. Yeah, go in with the orange and then just put that on these edges again like I did in the other one. So there's going to be something uniform across each of the rows, about each cake row, which I think is quite nice because we're using the same colours across each row. Sometimes we've got slight variations, like this has got a raspberry on it, I'm calling it a raspberry, and red currant is what I'm calling that. We'll go back in with the chartreuse green. Chartreuse green is a weird colour. It's not a colour I would I think oranges and yellows are colours I don't automatically choose as well. So it is quite nice to use colours I don't normally use. I think I just want to use, what's I doing? I wanted to use the apricot again. Yeah, I don't always reach for the kind of oranges and yellows, so it's been quite nice to think of how to do this. Then we're going to go the apricot. I might just do this orange and yellow without chartreuse green this time. Do this one a little bit more delicate. That's the apricot. This is the Naples yellow, because we've got this added hearts here. We've got a little bit more interest. We're going to just do this slightly more delicate icing, not have the orange and chartreuse yellow. So we'll probably do them quite a fuchsia-y pink, I'd imagine. What I love about the Brutfuner Macarons is they really do blend so well with each other and with other pencil sets. I haven't got the, apparently there's I've got a set of 50, but apparently there is a 72 set now. But I'm quite happy with my 50 set, so when I do need to replace them, then I will likely do so with the 72. Okay, so that's that one. Then this one, I think we'll predominantly do it yellow, because I think I'm going to do those as oranges. So I think we'll start off with the Naples yellow and then go into the chartreuse green. That's the Naples yellow, and then we'll go into the chartreuse green. I find the chartreuse green quite like neon-y. I think it's probably quite good for like limey colour. Don't know if you can hear the road outside, but it's quite busy because it's kind of rush hour. I'm doing a lot of brushing away the smudgy bits with my hands, which is not the best practice. Best practice is to use a brush, makeup brush or something, just to blow the kind of dusting bits away, because it can smudge and put pigment on your paper, which you don't necessarily want. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm just going to use the sunflower yellow again to do like the insides of this orange. So using the same colours that we've already got out. I still haven't decided what I'm doing with the cupcake cases in the background. Not decided in the slightest what I'm doing with those. So I'm putting a really solid layer of sunflower yellow down here. And then I'm going to go around the edges in orange and then blend the orange into that yellow. Oranges. So sort of thing I should be eating right now with the cold to get all the vitamin C. This orange feels as though it probably should have been sharpened a little bit better to get in these tiny little lines, but we've managed it. Yeah, so at the moment I'm feeling like these cupcake cases should be green, because that would then fit with like lemon, orange and citrus lime, but I don't know yet. So that is that line. Now we need to go in and just do the other little bits of interest that are in here. Just putting my pencils back away. So I want quite a bright pink, so I think we're going to go for plum. That's a plum purple. I think I want watermelon pink for these hearts. This is watermelon pink from the Arteza, and what I might do is just make them a little bit darker on the bottom, going up to quite light. That's a bit pinkier than I was wanting it to be, I think. We will go in with plum purple actually to give it a shot. Yeah, I should have trusted my instinct and gone with plum purple. That was more what I was thinking, I think. There we go, like that. Then I want those to be red currants. So we will go in with a Carmine red, which is probably not quite the red I'm after. Actually, it's not too bad. And we're going to go in with this as well, because this is going to be a raspberry, so I am going to need to go over that in a bit of a, probably the plum purple. Yeah, that looks a lot more tropical, which is good, because this for me was all about being a bit tropical. Yeah, it's still not quite, pink's still not quite dark enough. I'm just going to go in with a eggplant purple. That's a bit better. That's it, and then I want to make that red a bit redder, so I'm going to make wine red. Just make it a bit darker on the left hand side, and then where these shadows are here, and you notice that I've left a little bit of white, which is where the highlight would be. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'll just put a little bit of this wine red on the heart as well. There we go. And then we just need to do the leaves. So I'm going to use matcha green to do these leaves. It's quite a zesty green, this one. I think that kind of works with this part of the page. Then I'm going to want my jade green just to go at the bottom of the leaves. That's how I normally like to do my leaves. I think with this one it would want to go most of the way up. And I'll probably just get another green, probably a matcha. It might be, no, definitely not that one. Yeah, we'll get the matcha again and just go over that. There we go. Right, then we are going to get out the Posca pens, or my rubbishy, I've got tooli art here. Might be a bit bright. Yeah, well, we've got the tooli art, so we've definitely used the tooli art, I think, because the orange in my fly sea set did not work so well, so I had to get a tooli art out because this one was working much better. Just need to get it flowing again. There we go. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go around this icing, which is probably a little bit bright, but that's what we wanted. I might use a little bit of yellow too. That's to do the insides really. There we go. So I'm just going to use the orange to go around the outsides of the icing, and then probably the yellow to go and do the inside lines. Although I might use it, oh no, I'm not going to do this. And then I'm going to use the orange here. Yeah, it's looking pretty much. I'm going to use probably a cream on that one, and definitely a yellow on that one, but I will use the orange just for the cakey bits here. And we'll definitely use the orange for this. My hand is not very steady tonight. Oh, that's a bit rubbish. And again, we'll probably use the yellow inside there. So I need to get a yellow out now. Whoop. My pencils are all falling off. Oh, I've kind of got a funny. What colour is that one then? Definitely got that. Cream is what I wanted. And sorry about the noise. A Posca yellow. I'm glad because this is looking much different to the rest, so that's good. So we're just going to put the lines in here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm right-handed, so it's a bit tricky to get the camera angle, and so you can see what I'm doing all in one shot. I don't find the yellow Posca to be as good as the others. It doesn't get rid of the black lines quite so well. There we go. Then I think we're going to use a creamy one to do this one, because this one is definitely more delicate than the rest. I don't have like a really peachy icing. Acrylic pen, so it's going to have to be more creamy, this one, than the others. So it's slightly different, but it does have slightly different decoration, so you can let me off. And it's got a few little thingies. I might put a bit of dots in the hearts. I don't think I'm going to go over the dots, the hearts even. I think I might leave the hearts as they are. I'm going to use the yellow Posca again. and that is going to go on this yellow here. Oh, I hope you can still see. You can, I think. There we go. I'm just going to go over these lines that she's put in. There's some dots here as well. I'll go over them in the yellow. I'm also going to go over the lines in the orange. There we go. So that is with all the lines covered, and then I think we're going to use a gold Pentel dual hybrid, and I'm going to put these, make these a little sparkly. I love my Pentel dual hybrids, they're my favourite gel pen for glitter. The colour payout on them is just fantastic. Then I'm going to use the gold on here as well. There we go, and I'm feeling as I need to just do a bit of gold on here, to be honest. Not just do all over that one, to be honest. It's just feeling as though it needs it. Oh, I think my cat's trying to break into this room. I think he's hungry, which I'll have to go and sort out in a minute. Then I just want to go around the berries. So we'll get a red Posca to do that. Oh, that was a little bit too full. So I'll have to go in a minute and just put the highlights back in. Okay, and I wasn't going to do the hearts, and I still don't think I'm going to do the hearts. And we just need to put the highlight areas back in these berries, because Posca came out a little bit quickly. May have messed it up a little bit. I'll just put them back in here though. There we go. And that is our orange and lemon cakes. So that's 3 rows done. This is going to be chocolate mint, so that's going to be a fun one to do. So lots of browns and greens. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're enjoying colouring along. Do show me your results on Instagram or message me on YouTube. Love to see what you've been up to. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.